Hi, Caitlin. It's been a while. How have you been? Oh, Marina, long time no see. How are you doing? Actually, I need to talk to you about something. Do you have time now? I'm okay, but what's the matter? Guess what? I'm pregnant. Oh, really? Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much. I told my mom earlier, but you were working and weren't there. I thought I'd text you instead. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. It's okay. It was a little awkward to tell in person. What? Why? Because you and Jade have been married for 5 years, right? And you still don't have children. I was worried that you might be infertile. So, if you heard that I'm pregnant, I thought you might feel bad. Not at all. We just haven't thought about having children yet. It's not something you need to worry about, so it's okay. Oh, okay. I thought there was something wrong. I was worried about you. I'm busy with work. It's not easy. Oh well, but Jade said Caitlin is always working. I should be the first one to give our parents a grandchild as the oldest brother, you know. Oh, did he say so? Well, I can understand that feeling. It's good to earn money, but if you work too much, you'll lose your attractiveness as a woman. Oh, yeah, I guess so. I'll be careful. My mother and brother, they're so happy that we're having a baby. I have nothing to do even if I stay home alone. So, I'll come over again sometimes. Let's chat again. Of course. Okay, be careful when you come. I will. I'll see you again. See you later. Caitlin, can you get some fries on the way home? From McDonald's. Yeah, sure. That's fine, but are you coming over today too? Yes, I am. My husband said he's going to be late due to work, so I thought I'd stay here tonight. Oh, I see. I don't know what came over me, but I've been craving for fries a lot since I got pregnant. I wonder if that's a sign that I'm pregnant. I guess so. There seems to be a lot of people who want fries in their pregnancy. How do you know that, Caitlin? You've never been pregnant. Since you got pregnant, you started coming here often, right? I did some research what you might want to eat and what you shouldn't. Really? That's so sweet. I thought you were looking into it just in case you got pregnant. It's not like that. Just in case to be sure. I want fries and strawberries. I guess it depends on the person. Jade went to buy some for my lunch today, but I want to eat them again. What? Jade, was he home today? Yes, he was. Yesterday, I told him I was coming over, so he said he'd give me a ride. He took a day off from work. Oh, really? My big brother. He's so overprotective. Mom took advantage of it. She's really worried about me too. Well, good to hear that. My mother-in-law doesn't worry about me much. I mean, she's rather nagging. And my husband is never home from work. So, I'd rather stay here. Well, it's your parents' house. It's cozy, right? I want to have a baby here. My mom and brother are also here. Oh, and it would be good for you too, Caitlin. What? For me? Because you might get pregnant in the future, right? So, if my baby is at home, you can practice for when your own child is born. I can't practice with someone else's child. It would help me too, and everyone can see my baby. Isn't that killing 2 birds with 1 stone? Maybe not 2 birds, but 3. Are you really going to have the baby back home? Probably. I haven't decided yet. But I think it's going to be difficult at this house. We have a lot of stuff. Your room hasn't changed, but it's not an environment good to raise a child, right? Well, we'll discuss about it. I'm sure Jade and the others will agree with me. Well, I'll have a little talk with my mom. Oh, and don't forget my fries. Hey, about yesterday, are you really going to accept Marina's home birth?
Oh, yeah. It's okay, right? It's her family house. Is there a problem?
Well, yeah, but where is she going to raise a child in this house? There's no room to sleep in.
Marina said she'd take care of that herself. I'm sure she'll be fine.
You know, if she's going to raise a child in this house, we won't be able to live like we used to.
What? Why not?
A baby would cry at night. The fact of having 2 more people means that the burden of house chores will also increase.
That's your job. I think it'll be good to have her and the baby here. Having kids at home will definitely be comforting. We don't have kids, so you can take care of Marina's kids. I'm also looking forward to having a niece or nephew.
That's not the point.
Then, will you have our baby, Caitlin?
We're not in a situation where we can do that, right? If we had a baby now, we'd go bankrupt.
Yeah, okay. I won't talk about money.
You're always avoiding things you don't want to talk about. That's what you did yesterday. You didn't even listen to me. And you 3 were talking about Marina coming back here. Are you thinking about our life here as well?
It doesn't matter. It's our house.
You don't have to put it that way.
It's mine and Marina's family house. It's under Mom's name. Technically, it's our house.
Yeah, that's what you mean. Right. It's not my house.
Hey, don't be salty. Marina wants to come home. You can't say no to that. Mom and I'd be happy too.
Who's going to clean the house? What about Marina's meals?
Well, that'll be your job. You are the one doing the housework.
And you won't listen to my opinion?
What do you mean? Marina wants to come back home. You want me to refuse her request?
I'm telling you to think about a better environment for raising a child. Do you really think it's good for the sake of Marina and her baby?
Of course I do. What the hell? Just because you make more money than me, you're acting like a big jerk. Whose house do you think you're living in? It's my house, so I decide.
Oh yeah. You're going to say things like that. I see.
What the?
No, nothing. You can do whatever you want from now on. Well then, bye.
Huh? Hey, wait. What do you mean? Caitlin?
Caitlin, did you get my packages? Please bring it into your room. What? Wait a minute. Why did you send some packages? We talked about it the other day. Did you forget? I'm going back home. No, I remember that. But you're still like 5 months pregnant, right? Isn't it okay even if I'm 5 months pregnant? I don't have a job and there's nothing to do at home. Besides, my mother-in-law comes over often and she's so annoying. Isn't that because she's worried about you? It's nice that she worries about me, but she's always nagging me. It's really stressful to have her come over so often. I think it's bad for the baby. So, I thought it would be better for me to come over early, meaning as shelter as well. But which room are you going to live in? Oh, come on. Your room, of course. What? My mom and brother. They both said it'll be fine.
Huh? Then where shall I be?
Caitlin, you are working, so I'm guessing you have some money. Until about 3 months after the birth, rent somewhere else or go back to your parents' house. That's what I was thinking.
No, wait. That's too sudden.
There's no way I can wait. The package has already arrived. This is already decided.
There's no way I can suddenly rent a house. Even if I go back to my parents' house in the first place, it takes 2 hours from here. There's no way I can go home, right?
So? That's none of my business. I've already decided.
Oh, yeah. You all decided together.
Yes, we did. It was a family decision. I'm going to have the baby back home, so you have to leave.
Yeah, okay. Then, with pleasure.
Huh? Why are you happy to be kicked out of where you live? It creeps me out. If you're going to leave, don't come back for 6 months. I'll be living here.
Yeah, okay. I'm not coming back to this house for the rest of my life. Don't worry.
Huh? What does that mean? Hey, wait! Answer me! Hey, what's going on? All the electricity and water in this house has stopped. Caitlin, you must have done something. I can't believe it.
Huh? I didn't do anything in particular.
That can't be possible. Both my brother and mom say they don't know what's going on. It can only be because of you.
Whoa, neither of them have told you anything yet.
They haven't told me what?
I've been paying all the rent and utilities for the house. I just got behind on the payments, so the supply was cut off. It's that simple, right?
What? What's that? What do you mean?
I don't live in the house. I don't have to pay for it. There's no one who can pay it in the first place.
What? Jade didn't say anything.
Of course he didn't. Quitting his job and had his wife to support him?
What? Jade quit his job?
Yeah, about 6 months ago, I think. He quit his job on his own without consulting me or anything. He was working as a temp at first, but he didn't like that I was making so much money. He tended to take days off often. He's been home for the past 2 months.
You can't be serious.
Every time you came home, he was home too. Didn't you ever wonder why?
I thought he was just taking days off of work every time.
Of course not. Your thoughts are so optimistic. Your mother and Jade, why they were able to live in that house without any inconvenience. It was all thanks to me.
Wait a minute. But there's no way the electricity would have been cut off so soon.
Oh, well, yeah. That's because I stopped it.
What? What have you done?
Because paying the electricity bill for a house I don't live in? That's ridiculous, right? I'm the one paying it. It was in my name. I canceled it.
But we live here.
So?
So? Your own husband and mother-in-law live there. How could you do that?
He's not my husband anymore. That bum.
Huh? What are you saying?
A while after he quit his job, he got angry when I told him to work. He said, "I'll divorce you if you complain anymore." He handed me the divorce form.
What? Did he?
Yeah. So, I kept the divorce form in a safe place. I submitted it when I left that home.
Huh? What have you done?
Because he told me to leave. Seems like I don't belong in that family of yours, right?
They treat me like an ATM and a housekeeper. What's the point of being in that house? I don't even have a hobby to support a bum. Wait a minute! About that, do Jade and Mom know? I don't think they know. You're the first one I told this. What? You can't just file for divorce without telling Jade and Mom. That's not allowed. Go withdraw it right now. I have no intention to have them allow it. I don't need their permission. I was the one who was handed the signed divorce form, so that means he wanted a divorce, right? But if you divorce Jade, what will happen to our house? I don't know. For now, just call the electricity and water company, and then the gas company. The gas company needs to come in person, so you'd better call them as soon as possible. And if you don't pay the rent, you'll be evicted. That's not what I meant. Oh, but you have to take care of the unpaid money properly, or they might not restore it. What? I guess they don't have any money left. I used to transfer the money at the end of every month. Today is the 27th, right? They would have ran out of money by now, and I'm not transferring any money from now on. This will be tough. Wait a minute! Oh, by the way, I've already contacted your husband. I heard he was against the homework. You shouldn't come without permission. What? What do you think you're doing? I told him you came back home and kicked me out. He kept apologizing to me. I felt sorry for him. Hey, what did you do? I heard you don't like his parents because they're both educators and strict. That's not very nice of you. They've been so nice to you, but you ran away. It's none of your business. Don't talk of things you don't know about. I told them everything, including the bad environment of this house. He said he'll pick you up on his next day off. What? Is he coming? I wonder if you'll be able to survive until then. All lifelines are down. Marina, you still have your in-laws. They'll be able to help you, right? Hey, that's enough. That's my line. You've been treating me like a slave. And in the end, you kicked me out to have birth at home? Isn't that a bit harsh? I'm so offended. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Hey, you can come back. What? Why? Because without you, I can't live in this house. You mean you want me to pay for your living expenses, right? No, that's not what I mean. Then what does it mean? I got in the way of you, right? Once you got pregnant, you started nagging me. You did whatever you please whenever you came back. No, I think I told you before. It's not that I couldn't have children. I didn't. If you look at the environment, you can see why, right? A husband who doesn't work. A mother-in-law who doesn't do housework. You don't want to have a child under those circumstances. A child will be unhappy, don't you think? Hey, how can you come back? They'll take me back home if you don't do anything. Wouldn't it be better for the baby if you went home? You'll be able to make a living. Well, your husband seems pretty angry though. What? You're bothering people. If you went back home without permission, of course he'd be angry. You have a child of his in your belly, and you're in an environment where your life is in jeopardy. He wouldn't be happy about it. Wait a minute. Hey, please come back. Then I can have my baby here. No, did you hear what I said? We're divorced, and that house is not mine. Why don't you get your favorite brother to work and pay for it? Well, I don't know how many days it would take. Maybe he could get a day job or something and make ends meet for now. Hey, I'm sorry. It's my fault. It's all too late, isn't it? Can you tell them that thank you for everything you've done for me? Oh my God! Are you serious? Wait, please come back! In the beginning, I received many apologies from my mother-in-law and ex-husband, saying, I want you to come back. I'm sorry. However, after a while, they changed their attitude. They texted me things like, come back immediately, or pay the money. When I replied, if you persist any longer, I will consult the police, they stopped contacting me. In the end, I heard they couldn't pay the rent. My mother-in-law's brother allowed them to stay at his house for a while, but it's only for a month, so they are desperately looking for a job. Marina was picked up by her husband right away. Marina's parents-in-law, who had been living separately within a short distance, decided to live together until 3 months after the birth. I moved to a place near my office, and I'm finally free from everything. I am finally living a fulfilled life.